So good morning, welcome back, or welcome to one second. Welcome back, or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. Day 26 of ground, and I'm back home, which is really nice. So today is all about moving the spine, wiggling the spine, lengthening the spine, and then also, love your land. I'm really struck by just the power of love for this land I have. You know, the misty, wet, cold, windy awesomeness of it all. Yeah, it's really beautiful. So come rest into a child's pose on your mat and we shall move. I've done everything. Yes, I've done everything. Come. So come into a child's pose. Knees are bent. And your arms are long in front of you. And just wiggle yourself down and have a sense of your spine in this moment. From the back of your neck, where your head and neck meet. Sometimes I have a sense in this pose of my neck in the deep of my throat. My spine in the deep of my throat. Between my shoulder blades. Back of the rib cage. The lower back, the sacrum. Just having a sense of this moment through the back of your body. Do you feel even left and right? Can you have the same connection left and right through your spine? Nice. And then where you are, just draw your arms back a little bit and then round your back and then push your chest down into your thighs. So it's just a very small movement of flexion and extension into the spine. And my head is moving a little bit, so my head is floating a little bit off the floor. Nice. And then wiggle your shoulders from side to side, or side bend, a coordinate. So accordion one side, shorten the other. You're down here in your child's pose and you're just wiggling. Round again, arch again. Feeling that. Cool. Come into your cat pose. Same movement. Rounding your back. Arching your back. Rounding your back. Arching your back. And just deeply feel. Can you sense both sides of your spine? Do both sides of your spine feel even, equal? How is it to move your spine, rounding it and arching it, and then a coordinate? Squeezing one side, squeezing the other. I'm letting my head travel from side to side as I do this. Nice. So walk your hands one handprint forward from where they are. Round your back deeply. Sit your bum back. Nice. Stay rounded, come forward, lean a little bit into your hips. But I'm not doing I'm not doing banana back. I'm staying quite up in my hips. I'm just feeling a sense of strength in my belly. Back, stay rounded, come forward. So as you rock forward and backwards, stay rounded in the spine. So my shoulders are lifted, my head is tucked in. I'm going to have a sense of real deep strength into my shoulders as I do this. And I'm rocking forward and backwards. Nice. Other direction. Arching your back and then glide forward and backwards. Here, this one, there's a tendency towards banana back, so just be careful. Don't do too much of a banana back. Listen to your spine. It's not about a stretch of your lower back. It's about engaging the muscles of your belly, of your spine. Nice. And then push back, downward dog. Connecting in, legs are long, heels are pulling backwards. Lift up onto your toes, drop your heels down. Pause there, really deepen into a sense of connecting into the floor, pushing down, creating length and a kind of a rebound out of the floor. So as you push down into the floor, feel like that energy rises up into the very top of you, your hips, backs of your thighs, the length of your spine. Nice. Drop your knees to the floor. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. And then rounding your back and arching your back. And as you arch, for me, as I arch, I meet the deep groin on the right side. And the tendency is that it actually seems to stretch all the way down into my knee. Just feel that rounding your back, arching your back. Round. So begin to push a little bit more into the end of the range, but in wellness. So you're leaning deeper down. So I'm almost like bending my elbows and letting the weight of my torso fall a bit deeper into that hip as I do this. So it's almost like I could lift my hands off the floor as I arch because I'm really leaning deeply down. Nice. Stretch out through the front leg. Bend your knee. Cool. So the next movement, it does have a lot of sensation involved. So stretching out through the front leg and now round your back, which is the easy version. And then arching your back will create a very high-pitched sound in that right leg. So just listen. Only go as far as feels like wellness. Right leg is straightening and you're rounding and arching your back over the top of it. And you lean into that right buttock and look forward with your torso. Sensation difference between arching and rounding. Nice. Bend your knee. Bring your foot forward. No, back. And then bring your left foot forward. Cool. Rounding your back. Arching your back. Begin always, it's quite interesting. Whenever I do a movement, the first few times I do it, or as I travel into it, it's not wary, but I'm very attentive of, I always have this sense of like somebody has filled up the sink and there's loads of dishes in the sink. I don't just plonk my hands in willy-nilly. Great word, willy-nilly. And begin to deepen into this left hip. Instead, I travel really tentatively with my hands in because I don't know what I'm going to meet when I encounter the sink or even this hip. And so begin to really lean more and more into the arching and the rounding. You could almost lift your hands off the floor as you arch and push your hands deeper as you round. That sense of strength and resilience in the joint. Nice. Begin to stretch back. Bend your knee. How far over your toes can you get that knee to bend? How far can it travel forward? Nice. One more time. Super cool. Stretch out through that left leg and now begin to round and arch. Nice. Round. And again, first few times I do the movement, I'm really listening. And then I begin to learn, there's the twang that's always there. There's the lengthening. And then I begin to soften. Now my body's going, oh, you're listening. And it starts to give me a little bit more movement because I've attended to the sensations. One more time. Nice. Bend your knees. Step back, downward dog. All the way back. Feel into your legs. And then bend your knees a little bit, okay? And then we're going to round our back here. And then arch. And as I arch, it's like I lean back towards my thighs and my knees bend, maybe a little bit more it seems. Rounding. Maybe straighten your legs as you round. Arching, bend your knees. Rounding, straighten your legs. Arching, bend your knees. One more time. Rounding, straighten your legs. Arching, bend your knees. Cool. Bring both knees to the floor. Come rest into your child's pose. Just settling in. I can feel like the echo of the stretches in the backs of my thighs, the deep in my groins. It's like a tuning fork, the sound of a note, and it's like ding. It's still resonating in the deep of the muscles of the backs of my thighs. Notice that. Can you hear the sound of the stretches within you? Nice. So come to your hands and knees. Stretch your right leg out to the side, rounding your back, and then arching your back. And as you arch, imagine that you can bring your nose down in the direction of the floor. Round your back, arch your back. But you're not forcing your arms to do something. You're finding what the expression of wellness is. When I brought my nose all the way down, my shoulders didn't really like it actually. So I'm going down in wellness. Remember, it's not the shape of it, it's the feeling of it that you're looking for. Rounding, arching. Nice. So rising all the way up, lifting up to left knee on the floor, right leg long. Bring your left hand to the floor, out to the side, so that your left hand, left knee, right foot is all in one long line to each other. Right hand to your hip. So draw your forehead down and bring it down in the direction of the left knee. And then lean back. And it's like I'm trying to look up towards the ceiling as I do this. Nice. Round. Bring your nose down to your knee. Is that what I'm doing? Forehead to the floor. Maybe the top of my head to the floor. I'm just noticing what happens as I spiral. I feel like this amazing cornetto. Maybe not a cornetto. Maybe one of those ice creams that you get in the shop. You know, the twirly ones. Fruit the Loop. Loop to Fruit. Twister. That's the one. Right. Super cool. Stay, pause with your left hand, floor, right knee down, and then bring your right knee and your right elbow together. And then stretch long. And as you do so, like point into your toes and reach through your right arm as deeply as you can. Bend and bend. Lengthen. Bend and bend. And there's this moment of really, it's like I feel like the right side of my body is like this super long piece of metal, maybe. It feels really cool. This kind of powerful long through the right side of my body. Nice. One more time. Super. Both hands to the floor. Stretch the left leg out to the side. From here, round your back. Nose down in the direction of the floor as you arch. Round, arch. Round, arch. Round, and arch. Nice. Rising up. Bring the right hand over to the side, to the floor. And then bring your left hand to your hip. And bring your forehead down towards your, maybe nose towards your right thigh. And then spiral, looking up maybe. And down. Up. In the last few weeks, it's really quite amazing. Two of us yogis were hiking across the Himalayas. Isn't that so cool? And they did the yoga the whole way. Amazing. They had a download for when they didn't have Wi-Fi. And they did the yoga the whole way. So cool. We were in the Himalayas, guys. One more time. Staying long. Bring your left elbow to your left knee and then reach and stretch and extend. Now somebody's in Bangkok. So we're doing yoga in Bangkok. So cool. Reach long. Elbow to your knee. Long. South Africa is online as well. So cool. Long. One more time. Elbow to your knee. Long. Super cool. Both hands to the floor. Push back, downward dog. Just have a bit of a wiggle. And just feel that through the hips. I'm going to do a little bit of side bending. So I'm going to turn my toes to the side and just begin to rock my hips down in the direction of the floor. It's called Dancing Dog. Super cool. Bum to the floor, legs are long. Lovely. So roll into your shoulders, sitting up tall. And then roll in the other direction. Nice. Just lean a little bit into your neck and shoulders. Just have a sense of just checking in, noticing wellness, directions that are possible. A sense of maybe where there's not as much movement, but go gently. You don't like, I was always talking analogies, me. That's how movement makes sense to me. It's like the train coming into the station doesn't use the barrier in the train station to stop its movement. It's using its brakes from around a mile down the road to slow down before it gets to the barrier. So same thing, just slamming into the end of your range. And slow down before it, really listen. Just close your eyes and travel with awareness, slowing down, slowing down, slowing down, really being attentive to the end of your range, and let your shoulder and rib cage also move on that side as you do it. As you turn your head, let your shoulder and rib cage also move. It's like you're allowing the whole side of your body to really take the movement and move. Nice, one more time. Cool. So, soles of your feet together, knees apart. From here, bring your right hand over to your left knee and get really tall. I'm going to bring my left hand a little bit more around the corner behind me and then push deeply down into your sit bones. So all that movement we were doing earlier, rounding our backs, and now we're extending and opening. So just feel that round and then extend. Round a tiny bit. It's like a small collapse and then a lengthening from the deep push down into the floor, rise up through your spine. Again, round and rise. Nice. Other side. Bring your left hand over to the right knee. I'm going to walk my right hand around the corner. A little bit of softening and then rise. Softening and then rise. Nice. Come back, hold on to your right hand onto your left shin, reach the left hand up towards the ceiling, lean over. I'm going to hold on wherever feels right for you. I think I'm going to hold on to my knee. I feel that I have this really amazing potential to pull my knee away from me as I lean my left arm over towards the right. I'm looking up towards the ceiling, just under my armpit. I have this, like this bubblegum feeling in my body. I'm like really squeezing the right and leaning up and deeply into the left. Nice, coming back. Hold on somewhere onto the left hand on right side. Reach the right hand up and then lean over. Again, I'm leaning up and over as I squeeze through the left and kind of extend and open into the right. Nice, come all the way back. Cool, stretch your legs out long, roll into your belly. And then roll in the other direction. Just come land on the floor, landing in, land onto this ground. Feel the floor beneath you. Maybe squeeze your knees up, maybe rock your knees from side to side. Do whatever it is that you feel your spine, your hips, your body needs right now. So cool. So today we are loving the land, which is so cool. And also, we know what we're doing next week. We are doing the Yeah, gratitude. So the thing I was going to say is there's this amazing book I've come across. It's called Ark. And we are the Ark. And it's written by this woman, Mary. And Mary, it's wonderful. Some of the quotes that I've seen that she said is, we are not gardeners, we are guardians of this land. And how do we tend to and really cultivate that guardianship rather than controlling and suppressing the land around us? How do we allow it to express itself in all its glory? And that really sings to my soul. How do we embody guardianship of this land? So next week is gratitude. So awesome. So that'll be starting on Tuesday, the 1st of November. And there'll be a few practices that we're going to be doing as well, which is really cool. Thanks for joining me. It's very, very wonderful that you're here with me. It's very wonderful to be back home. And I hope you all have a wonderful day, loving the land and hearing the wind and looking at the stars and watching sunsets and sunrises and all the amazing things that we've done in ground. Nice. So I'll see you all tomorrow morning, bright and early for day 27. Okay, ciao, ciao. Bye.